Morning, guys. My pattern traders. Few minutes of a video regarding BTC. I personally think that we're going up to grab liquidity, and then we're going to start a retest after the monthly close. 49K will be the target. If you want to take it by breakout, yeah. Monday high is still sitting at roughly about 48.2. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at the charts at the same time I'm trading. Weekly open is sitting at roughly about 46.8. As long as the weekly open holds, target should be 49.4. If you take your fib levels and you grab your extension of the fib levels, it literally lines up at 49.2 and 49.4. So I have no doubt that we don't go there by at least today or tomorrow. Any move to the downside, I'm probably going to buy for an expansion up to 49K. Now we do have a massive imbalance candle over here, which more likely than not will get filled probably sometime at the end of the week or early next week. So be very cautious opening up fresh swing longs up here. Scalp longs are perfectly fine, but swing longs, be very cautious. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is, hold on, let me see something. I'm sorry, guys. I got a big ass bag of algo. All right, good. We haven't hit this yet. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. All right, cool. Algo's a massive move too. All right, so now that's good. Okay. So regarding your higher time frame, we need to start paying attention to this now because we are at a spot where kind of there's a lot of indicators in the chart, but just bear with me. If you want to buy a retest or you want to buy back in, personally speaking, the 4 hours making its bullish hidden bull div rather. So the bullish breakout should take place. It's invalidated, obviously, if we go back under 46.47. Let's put this like this. And the reason why you're invalidating is because at that point, it's a pretty big free fall to come all the way down here. There's no point in being in longs until we get back to the breakout, which is roughly about 44.3 to a 5 hour. There's a wick. So if that took place, here you go. Sorry about that. So 44.3 to 44.5, I'll give you that little bit of an edge. This one there. Yeah. Any move down here to the 44s, to the mid 44s or low 44s, I'm going to probably buy for a scalp back up. So now at that point, you're going to ask yourself, if we do happen to dump and we go back up, is this going to end up becoming resistance? And then at that point, you're probably going to assume that we're going to go down to $40,000 down here at this mark. So you always want to clean out the lows that led to the impulse. So if this is in play, this is what you should expect. Once you break down and you fill this candle and you go down to 44, the reaction you get at 44, you want to hope that you get back above 46, $47,000, because if this ends up being resistance, then you're going to end up coming all the way back down here. You're going to break this low and you're going to come back down to like low 40s or like maybe even 41,000. But anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk strictly about where we are right now. Oscillator wise, we do have a bullish hidden bull div, right? It's in play right now. It's beautiful. So more often than not, this goes up to the sell zone, and then it rejects and comes back down. So anywhere between $48,000 and $50,000 is the sell zone. The midpoint is 47.7 to 47.8. So taking consideration this before I conclude the video, your high time frame, like your 12-hour, it's finally showing signs of a possible retest, meaning like it's probably going to end up, once it crosses this trend line, the 12-hour, and comes back down, then you have to worry about hawking the mid time frames to buy a reset. A reset of a mid time frame will be a 4-hour or 5-hour complete reset, turn into green like this, right? So I don't think it's going to happen now. I think the monthly candle is going to be put in place today. Then we're going to probably wick on top of that monthly candle. If so, then we're going to start going down. I can't see this thing just dying from here, collapsing. The daily's putting in a top. See this? This is a top right here. And the way this was a top over here as well. See these? These are all top behaviors. And this is your retest. So I still think that we're going to get a retest. When we did the retest on this one, see this is a retest? We didn't really go too high. When we did the retest over here, we actually made a higher high. So here as well too. We had our first top, which is blue algo. Guys, the algos are the tops, by the way. Then I'm not just randomly picking. It's when you algo fire blue. So the blue here is the top. You had your first top here. And then when you went up for the retest, you turned blue again here. That was your retest. And that was your div. And then you collapse. This is your daily time frame, by the way, guys. So you got to see this strictly on a daily time frame. So I still think we're getting a retest. That's why I'm pretty confident that we're going to have a beautiful buying opportunity. Any move back down that we get, if we break the midpoint, then we should start being worried about it. At that point, it's going to be a deeper move. Usually when you break the buy zone, then you know that the move is over. You don't want to break the buy zone, right? Like 40, right now it's at $41,000, but as time goes by, this could actually mellow down and go straight. So it could end up being a 40K. So ideally what I want to see is this is your first top, let it jerk a little bit, come back down. And then when you go up for your second top, this will be your 50K top. This right here will be the real short. So something along the lines of let it go up, let it come down, and then go to 50s. And then this is going to be your typical div play going down. So that's what I'm expecting from the higher time frame. But regardless of all that, guys, we have high time frame bullish pivots across the whole board, right? A lot of these altcoins literally just pivoted. They just pivoted. Look at Sol, for example. We just crossed the weekly, man. Just now, guys. Look at this. We just crossed up 2 week. Probably don't even have any data in 2 week. Yeah, we did it. So I think that we're in for a fucking beautiful mini alt season in the upcoming months. And it's just up to us to take advantage of it. Don't be so blinded by what's in front of us with BTC and Ethereum, right? Keep that in mind, guys, when you're playing this. Level to level play, I'm looking at $49,000 for BTC. Sorry about that. $49,000 for BTC. And on the downside, open up your VWebs. I don't want to break under this at the first attempt. I want this to be a nice little bounce zone. And then I want to fill this. So we're sandwiched between these two gray boxes. And I think that it's going to happen. We're going to do either this or I'll make it a different color. We're going to do this. So either red or blue. One of these two is going to be in play right now. And I'm favoring red. Even though I want blue to play out. The reason why I'm favoring red is because the oscillators, yeah, you see the oscillators are giving me a bull div. So more often than not, that's going to lead to a liquidity grab to the top side. Whether it happens now or over the weekend or when the CME closes on Friday, either or, it's going to probably happen. I don't know. But I'm watching either red or blue scenario. And then on the downside, you want to make sure that we do not lose the first gray box of the first attempt. Let's make this yellow, actually. You do not want to lose the yellow box of the first attempt. Get a reaction there. And the problem with the reaction there is then you got to start walking the price. If you don't get above this black line after the reaction, or let's make this red, right? No, it's maybe a little too, let's make this green. If you do not get above this green line after you bounce off the yellow at that point and you just stop here, right? Let's make this fucking black. Sir? So if you do something like this and you bounce and you come back up and you reject here, then at that point, you can start targeting your low 40s. At that point, it's going to be a low 40. Then you go to your 2-day, want to also mark out this little beautiful order block. Make this purple. So these are the only levels that should be on your chart. And I know that I'm making a little bit of a spaghetti chart right here, but guys, I mean, it's level to level play, and I want you guys to see what I'm watching. I'm making a detailed video sometime soon once I get this indicator in my hands. I just don't have it yet. So I'm waiting for John to put some final touches on it. And get rid of this shit. Lose yellow, you're going to purple. Hold yellow, you're going to green. Get above green, you're going to gray. Reject off green, you're going to purple. Either way, all in all, from a high time frame perspective, you cannot lose purple. You cannot lose purple. I'm going to emphasize this. You cannot lose purple, man. This thing needs to hold. This purple needs to hold, whether now, whether in 2 months, whether in 3 months. Do not lose purple. There's a possibility of us losing purple and coming all the way down here, right? And personally speaking, there's a lot of lows at 36K that need sweeping, right? So with these little lows over here, make them orange. These lows at 36,000, 36.8, 36.9 need sweeping. But when we come down here, guys, I think that it's going to be a cascade all the way down there. We're going to just talk and go down. So this is basically a level to level play of what I'm watching. I'm going to post it on Discord for us so you guys, so we can have it. The fuck, save this chart, you cocks. There you go. All right. And hopefully, we get a nice buying opportunity. If we do happen to go to purple, I will buy a lot of altcoins, man. A lot of altcoins. The play for me right now is not to re-up on BTC or Ethereum. It's to re-up on altcoins, man. Like I'm so eager to buy a lot of altcoins. Guys, cheers, trade safe. And any questions you guys might have, DM me. Feel free.